Here comes a new challenger!
Hello there everyone, and welcome to my top 3 characters that I would like for the final fighter to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. After all, we are reaching that sort of point in time. We are in September. We're likely going to get a direct. Who knows, maybe it might be announced by the time you see this video uploaded, who knows. And honestly, like, I'm just ready for this whole thing to be over. But as always, I've already made a series called Not Everyone Is Here, in which I discuss a bunch of franchises, characters, and companies in which why I feel that they deserve some representation, some form of representation. But that's like in general, whether it's spirits, me's, or characters. In this instance, I'll be talking about just purely characters that I myself would like to see, my own personal opinion. And so let's get started right away with, of course, number 3 being the character that started the series in the first place, being Dr. Eggman. So the reason why Dr. Eggman, well, made that series in the first place was because Sephiroth was announced. And with Sephiroth's announcement, I kind of felt that Smash sort of was missing that big bad villain still, being Eggman. I mean, Eggman to me is just sort of like the second most iconic video game villain of all time. So, you know, only second to, well, Bowser. And you can argue about the quality of the Sonic games or whatever, but at the end of the day, the quality of those games doesn't matter to me because they still have an important legacy behind them. Whether you like it or not, Sonic is a big part of the gaming industry, and for me, I just feel that Sonic deserves a second fighter. He's been around since Brawl, and yet franchises that were introduced in the previous Smash game or in this Smash game already got 2 fighters, when to me, I just feel that Sonic is missing something. He's either missing his friend, his rival, or his enemy, and I just think that Eggman would be the best fit, because not only would that go with the whole villain thing that they've been doing with this Smash game, but it'd also give a lot of shine to one of the most important video game characters of all time. Sonic wouldn't have gotten this far without Eggman, the same Mario wouldn't have gone as far without Bowser, in my opinion. And so, in my personal own hope, I really do want Eggman to be the final character. There's probably the inner Sonic fan in me just hoping for it. At the same time, how can I hardly call myself a Sonic fan when the quality of the games lately has been a struggle? But again, I'm not going to use that against Eggman. I'm still just gonna say, hey, this is the character I want, regardless of what's going on currently. So for number 2, I mentioned this in the last video, being Undertale, in which I said that Undertale would be very funny to end off this pass. And look, I don't just want the character because I think it'd be funny, I do legitimately would like Undertale to be represented with a fighter. Particularly Frisk, of course, because for me, Undertale is one of those RPGs that I played and actually really loved. Like, I loved playing Undertale. I love those characters, I love the story, and I love its music, and I love its gameplay. I loved everything about it, and despite Undertale having, well, not probably, but most definitely the most toxic fan base at the time, I still actually gained a lot of friendships through this game. This game means a whole lot to me, and is one of my personal favorite games of the past 10 years. I genuinely do love Undertale. It isn't just for the funny, haha, look at that funny character from Undertale and Smash sort of thing. I genuinely believe it would be a great addition. It's clearly impacted a lot of people, and honestly, I think it'd be very interesting. I've already discussed before in that video the crazy conspiracy theory as to how it's possibly gonna get a character, or at least something. I don't know, it just kind of feels odd that we haven't gotten spirits or anything, but at the same time, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Ultimately, Undertale is not my number 1 pick, but hey, number 2 is my favorite number, so who knows, it might just happen. But anyways, moving on to the final character, number 1 being Ryu Hayabusa. Ninja Gaiden as a franchise for me is one of the most impactful in my life as a child. While it didn't bring me any friends like Undertale, or doesn't have that same childhood nostalgia as Sonic does, I can't help but say that I do legitimately love Ninja Gaiden. It was one of those games that I played as a kid that was actually, from what I remember, the first really bloody violent game that I ever played as a kid because my uncle decided to let me play it. And I had tons of fun with it. I mean, I died a lot, but I had fun with it. I had fun playing a game that was difficult. Normally, other times when I play a difficult game, I just give up. But for some reason, I didn't want to give up on this game. It was so fun to play, and obviously I had to leave at some point, but it was an experience I cherished. Honestly, as a child, it was great playing Ninja Gaiden for the first time. And as I grew older, I've come to experience the older Ninja Gaiden games, the ones on the NES, and I love those games. I could never beat the final boss, but the journey is the most important part for me, not the destination, and I just love every second of it. I genuinely do love Ninja Gaiden. As a fan of Ryu Hayabusa himself, I greatly enjoy the character. I love playing as him in Dead or Alive, and any appearance he makes, I absolutely need to play the character because he's just that great of a character for me. I legitimately hope that Ryu Hayabusa ends off this path. If you followed my channel long enough, you'd know that I made like a bunch of crazy conspiracy theories with Zero theory and all these sort of things with Ryu because I want this character, and I'm going to find any reasons or any inconsistencies or anything crazy just to find reasons for me to believe that Ryu could happen. And in all honesty, even if Ryu doesn't happen, I hope that my videos were well made enough that you could be like, you know what, yeah, Ryu didn't get in, but I can see why this guy would believe Ryu would get in. And that's sort of like the thing I want for you to come out of my video is I made a theory that is believable or plausible, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who the final character is. As long as they're fun, then, well, they're fun. And that's all Sakurai promised. He just said, hey, fun characters. And I must say, I have been having a lot of fun with Fighter Pass 2. I think a lot of them are kind of wackily designed, but they're fun, and fun to me is what matters. I'm grateful for these fighters, honestly. Even if some of these characters I'm very unfamiliar with, or characters here that I've kind of fell out with, I can only say for certain that I've been having fun playing them in Smash. And honestly, if the trend continues, then surely this final fighter, regardless of who they may be, I will have fun with that character. I truly do believe that. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully the Smash train ends quite soon because I am tired of it, honest. Alright, take care, be safe, subscribe as per usual, and I'll have to see you guys in the next video. Take care, peace.
Coming through, partner, we can do this right. You're the fire, I'm the wind tonight. Burning dread, haha, that's right.